Rather than me.
Hello.
Why are you saying hello to me? I've been here for like half an hour.
Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
What? Do you want to say hello to you or something?
Yeah. Say hello to me.
Hi, person I find absolutely intolerable and I don't know why I'm doing this still.
Hey, Brian, can you see our sparkly background?
No, I don't have it open.
Open it, Brian.
Ugh. Maybe do things.
Yeah, I am.
Then I'm going to have double up audio and it's going to be like hell.
I should just keep talking just so you get double.
Plus my internet's shit, so it'll probably lag me in Mumble and it's not even fucking working, mate. Actually,
What do you mean it's not working?
it's not coming up for me. Probably because I got stuff disallowed and shit. There you go. Oh, look at that fancy fucking background.
It's fancy, isn't it?
How much did that cost you?
£7, mate.
Seven
£7.
£7. I hope you get. I hope you get your £7 worth out of that.
£7 for 10 seconds of video that loops.
Well, I don't want to say you've wasted money, but I think you've wasted money.
I think I have. But it's pretty, and I kind of like it. And I'm going to stare at it the entire time while you talk, just so I don't have to listen to your dulcet voice.
What?
What does dulcet mean anyway? I say
I don't
dulcet.
know. Should we Google it? I'm going to Google it.
Googling it.
I'm Googling
It's
dulcet.
the sweet and soothing sound. Okay, not dulcet then.
Often used ironically.
Often used ironically, yes.
So, yes. Really? Yes.
Yes, dulcet.
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 Right, so Snow, what have you been doing in the... Oh god, how many months has it been since we did the last
1 week.
bi-weekly
It's been a week.
podcast?
It's been a week, Brian.
It's been a week. Wow. That was the
It's a weekly
longest week I've
podcast,
ever
mate.
experienced. It was bi-weekly. You've got your own fucking time
It was actually
going
monthly
wrong.
then, and then it turned to monthly.
So, basically, we're not very good at our things, are we?
No, and uni is very, very hard work.
I'm not listening to it. I go to work. I'm a working man. I don't want to hear your stupid student stories about how hard it is to go out and party every night.
I don't party. You think I'm a party animal?
Yes, I do.
Hip and down with the kids?
I won't go around saying that. You'll probably get arrested.
Probably.
So, what have you been doing in the past many months? It's like I haven't spoken to you, so this is me talking to you for the first time in months. This is great.
Actually spoken to. What have I been doing? 3D modeling, mate. That's about it. That's all I've done.
That sounds incredibly uninteresting, and I don't want to hear any more of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Brian, what have you been doing in the past 3 months?
Going to work and coming home again. You know, same old, same old.
That sounds like a great life.
Not buying any games, really. I mean, let's be honest, it's been pretty shit, hasn't it?
I played Deus Ex Mankind Divided. That was pretty good.
Oh, I didn't hear very good things about that.
What? You just don't
And
need...
it has, and it has, does it have microtransactions?
Kind of, yeah. But not, but yeah.
Then it's a load of shit. Okay?
It's microtransactions are added by the publisher, and the game is no way balanced to have them. One YouTuber, Jim Sterling, got contacted by a source who we can't reveal, of course, because otherwise they get sacked.
Was it Heinz?
Yes, 30, 40, 72 varieties. Something.
I thought there were 49 varieties.
47? It's got a 7 in there somewhere.
Shall we Google it? I'm Googling it.
Googling it.
I think it's 57. It looks like 57.
57? No, I told you there's a 7 in there.
Yes, you're half right.
I was half
Anyway,
right.
yes.
But, yeah,
so
but his source basically said that in like the last 2 weeks of development, the publisher's like, "Oh, you need to add microtransactions." So they just
Right.
fuck it well out of systems so you can buy credits in the game.
Did it need it? Did it
No,
benefit from that?
you don't need it. You don't
No,
benefit.
no, of course you don't need it. Just like many games have microtransactions say. But that is a topic for about maybe 10 minutes. Well, in 10 minutes, it probably lasts about
2 hours.
6 weeks. Basically, I've been watching a lot of Angry Joe, and he's made me very angry.
He's made you. Do you know what I mean? It's hard not to make you angry, Brian. I could just say Brexit and I make you angry.
Ah, I'm so angry! No, actually, I'm really happy about the result of Brexit, and goodbye, everyone.
We've
Bye.
now been taken off the air.
Just want to put a disclaimer in. Everything I say is probably tongue-in-cheek, but maybe not.
I mean, it's Brian, so it's probably all just conveniently tongue-in-cheek, just so he doesn't
Or-
get in trouble.
Or dick-in-cheek, it depends on how I'm feeling that day.
No.
No?
We've dropped 240 frames apparently. I don't know when we did that. Anyway, this is our first time being live, Brian. Do you know why we're live, Brian?
Why am I live?
Because I'm fucking lazy.
Yeah, yeah. Also, due to my shitty net, he might say something and I might not hear it, so I'll just carry on as if he said nothing at all.
I mean, most people do.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you there.
I said most people do.
I did hear you, really. I was
I know
lying.
you
I did it for the
You
thing.
did it for the comedy, and I did the next thing for the extra comedy of me
Yeah,
not getting it.
You ruined
You
it.
see?
You ruined it. You trampled all over my joke, and I hate you.
So yes,
Nah.
we're live on YouTube. Hello and welcome to the BS podcast.
Where we talk, well, BS?
BS, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we came up with this name.
It is. It isn't just because our names
We've got
make the
2
letters B
dislikes,
and
by the
S.
way, already.
Loving! Racking up the dislikes. Give me some more dislikes.
All the dislikes, good dislikes. So yes, you can talk in the little YouTube chat, and I will read it, but not say anything about it, because that's just how you do live streams that you want to
You
watch
ignore
later.
the audience. Sorry, you want what?
Sorry,
can't
you're
hear
asking
you.
me a question. X-Slayer62?
No.
Yes.
No, you can't have that thing you're asking for.
No. But that is no. Basically, because it's going to be on demand, you can't talk to people in the chat, because otherwise it gets really fucking weird when you're suddenly talking out of context. Cool.
Yeah, that does throw me when people talk to the audience when I watch like VODs, and it's like, oh.
So, Brian, I have the intro ready. Shall we play the intro to officially begin the podcast?
I don't know what the intro is, so
It's 16 seconds long, so just 16
16 seconds.
16 seconds.
You're wasting 16 seconds of my life on something I'm not going to hear.
Yes, and also I can't put a funny snippet in the beginning because it's not on demand, so...
See, you know, you can't.
Yeah.
See, that I can see as dislikes are racking up. I might put a dislike in myself.
You put a dislike in, mate. Put a dislike
Yeah, I'm doing
in.
it. Yeah, there you go.
Fucking do
Dislike.
it.
I dislike this.
Now he's
Done.
disliked, we're going to go to the intro music. Be quiet, Brian.
There's 4 now.
Stum. You can talk over it, though. I mean...
There's 4 dislikes now. Everyone dislike. Quick, press it. Take the likes off. Move them to dislike.
I'm going to dislike it.
Yes. Everyone dislikes everything. Yes.
Yes!
Yes. They're moving over.
Okay, the intro's over.
we got 2 likes now and 5 dislikes.
5 dislikes, mate. 5
Keep them coming.
dislikes.
That's it. 6 dislikes. Yes. 1 more. Who's that last person?
Oh, dear.
This is me acting out my own self-loathing. Give me some more dislikes.
Oh, they hate me.
Oh, I hate me so much. I need to validate the hatred I have for myself.
I like being hated.
Well, there's one person liking it, and to be honest, I don't like that person anymore.
Okay, so you dislike that person. You're saying that. You're saying you dislike that person.
Yes, I dislike
I
that
think we
person.
should make our buzzword today dislike.
Well, I think I dislike a lot of things, and the things I want to talk about, I dislike.
So, Brian, apart from before we get into it, and we've already like, what have you done? What have you been playing, Brian?
What have I been
Funnily
playing?
enough, I feel like this is going to sound like a complete like fucking deja vu of the last episode.
Might be Fallout 4.
Yeah.
The Crew.
Oh, that's new.
Very underrated game. I will tell you that right now. Very, very underrated.
And it's also was free until like yesterday.
I think I was free for another week. I think.
Let's open up Uplay. I can
Quick,
do this.
Google it.
We can. I just open up Uplay, mate. You know, everyone's favourite launcher.
The thing is, the games I've been playing are the only things I have installed on my PC now. So, oh yeah, Rocket League. Very upset about that, obviously. Still, and Starbound, which hit official release a
So
couple
there's
months
one
ago.
new game in there. You can still get
He's died for me, and now I can't hear him.
the crew for free. It's probably because I downloaded the thing. You can now get the crew. Still get the crew for free if you open up Uplay and go to the thing and fucking click a button. UB30. That's a UB30 tab. You click that, and you click the button, and it gives it to your account. You can-
Obviously, the only caveat in that is you have to use Uplay.
Yes.
If you buy it through Steam, Uplay just acts as a gateway, basically. But obviously, if you buy it on Uplay, you have to actually use Uplay, and no one wants that.
But it's also free, and the crew is £25 on Steam. So no, I would totally get it free.
Is it £25 on Steam?
Yes.
No fucking way. There's no way it's worth 25 quid now.
No.
It's 2 years old.
It's not worth 25 quid. It wasn't worth 25 quid at launch, I don't think.
I played the beta and I didn't think much of it at the time. So
Yeah.
for me to go from really disliking it to really liking it now, they've obviously done a lot of work. For me to like something, that's quite the achievement.
I mean, Brian liking a thing is... I mean... Your challenge, audience, all 6 of you watching now, is to upset Brian in the chat.
I can't see the chat. I haven't got it turned on. I don't know how to turn it on. What? I don't do the streaming thing on the regs.
Don't do the streaming thing on the intertubes, no.
Yeah, it's just like it might be because I have it blocked or something.
What, the intertubes?
No, the chat.
Your intertubes are blocked, mate.
Yeah, my intertubes all blocked.
You need more fibre to keep your intertubes regular.
Alright, I'm not sure if this is the rectal exam portion of the podcast, but okay. So what have you been playing?
What have I been playing, Brian? Well, in the past few months, let's go to my recent games, shall we? I've been playing Killing Floor 2. Because they just added the
microtransactions.
The SWAT class, microtransactions. The SWAT class, the sharpshooter, the gunslinger are all in there now. Firebug is sadly in there. They've got 2 bosses now.
Did you say Firebug is sadly in there?
Yeah, sadly in there.
When I play a Firebug, it's not it's not as obnoxious as Killing Floor 1 was.
No, but it's still as obnoxious.
This person's playing Firebug. Oh, I can't see anything now.
Still wasn't obnoxious, that? Though. It's still the worst thing to do on the team. I've hit the top level of medic now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, and it's got some new maps and stuff, and it's pretty good. They really fucked it a few months ago with the Bullseye update. They really fucked it.
Wasn't that the one which added resistances?
Yes, they added resistances. So basically, a medic's gun did no damage at all because all Zeds were resistant to normal bullets.
That's helpful. No one ever.
And it lasted for about a week, and then they pulled the entire apart from the new class and all that, they pulled everything else.
Yeah, I think I restarted restarted playing after that update had been and gone.
Yeah.
I'm pretty glad I missed it, to be honest. It looked like it was fucking
they've
horrible.
added loads of new animations and stuff now, like all the zombies fall over and stuff, which is kind of cool. I played Deus Ex Mankind Divided, as I mentioned.
Microtransactions.
It has microtransactions too. Every game has microtransactions. It's kind of shitty.
Yeah, it really is.
But it's a good game. It's a bit short. 30 hours, though. 30 hours.
What? Well, Angry Joe also said it was quite short. It ended just abruptly. As if they're gearing you up for another installment to make you buy that one as well. With microtransactions.
Maybe.
Yeah, yes.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Yes, they will be there. The trend is, if it's in one, it'll be in all the rest.
And I installed COD 4. That's the thing I did the other day. Jesus Christ, that game runs like shit.
Really?
The movement on PC is just like compared to the modern CODs, it's like walking through syrup.
You're doing it wrong.
Maybe I was on a bad server or something. I don't know.
COD 4 is the greatest Call of Duty game ever.
I played the campaign. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But the walking just isn't smooth anymore.
Yeah, but you don't play for the walking. You play for the shooting.
Yeah, but
and because it's good.
I know I'm echoing through Brian's thing. I am echoing through Brian's thing, I assume. I assume that's what Toast is messaging me about.
Well, I don't hear any echo ends. I don't know what he's talking about.
I assume he's talking about through that. I don't know.
I can't see his messages.
Well, no, because he's posted it in not the chat.
I'll say that I can't see anything anyway. Anything in chat.
It's so much for me not contributing to the things not happening in the podcast.
Yeah, now look what you've done. You guys have to actually edit now, but I'm not recording my voice, so you're fucked.
I don't have to edit.
I have feelings to overlap in mumble of our voices.
Yes.
I don't think I had this problem in Discord. Should use Discord.
I could use TeamSpeak if you like. I've overtaken PC Gamer's TeamSpeak server.
God, how did you do that?
I wonder how I did that with their login.
What, same login these absolutely everything?
Oh, Brian, I'll tell you what I played all the way through.
No.
Dark Souls 3, mate.
Oh, I thought it was something interesting.
No, Dark Souls 3, mate. And I just knew that would upset you. It'll trigger you.
I don't care about Dark Souls. Why would I be triggered? I don't care about it. It's not going to interest me.
All everyone ever does is talk about Dark Souls.
No? No?
All a certain group of people do is talk about Dark Souls.
The people I hang about with these days are either playing driving games with me, or being shouted at by me when we play Rocket League.
Yeah.
Because I turn into a fucking tyrant.
I watched our Rocket League videos the other day, and they're still some of the funniest videos I've ever made.
That was when I was having most fun with Rocket League. I find it so frustrating now because I'm not as good as I want to be. And then I shout at other people because of that, which is, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
Overwatch, mate. Time to get you on Overwatch.
It doesn't look that interesting. I watched Hat Film stream it a couple of times. It doesn't look that interesting.
It's terrible to watch, though. It's a horrible game to watch. It's just so boring to watch.
Okay, maybe it's one of those that definitely is more fun to play.
Yes, exactly.
Then I'd have to buy Overwatch.
Yes, this is the issue. There is no demo, which kind of needs, because it's a very like Marmite game, I feel. But no, that would be a great game for us to make videos of, just us being ridiculous.
We should play Minecraft. That's a good and upcoming game.
Yes, we should play this new game called Minecraft. I've never heard of it before. Please tell me, Brian, what is Minecraft?
It's a game in which you smash blocks and then put blocks down to make blocks look pretty.
I see. You smash blocks. Sorry, what was the next bit? It's a very complex concept, this.
Yeah?
Yeah, you smash blocks.
He's died on me again.
I've died on you again, have I?
Yeah, my internet. It's just like my internet goes, you're talking. How dare you?
I said you smash blocks, and then what came next is very complex, and I've kind of forgotten.
You put them down.
You put block. Okay, yeah. Okay,
and then you make them look pretty. Ooh. By putting lots of nice ones together.
Oh no, it sounds too complicated for me, mate.
Well, it's just because there's no microtransactions.
That'll be it.
If you had microtransactions, it'd make the game a lot easier and a lot more palatable.
On consoles. You can buy a skin pack, mate. Yeah, you get some skins.
Yeah, how much is that? Like £5 a go?
Yeah, and you can buy some textures for the blocks. Yeah.
I'll just go and download some skins because I'm on PC, guys. You know, mustard rice. Sorry, mustard rice. Sorry, I get too mixed up.
Mustard rice. So, Brian.
I hate the games industry now.
Brian hates the games industry.
I really hate it. It's turned into a big, fat dog turd on the really nice. Wait, I see that there. I see that. I see you typing there. Yours has come up and no one else's has. So you're fucked, mate. Now I see sci-fi toast. Why is it now working?
Because I don't think anyone put anything in the chat.
So you don't believe people were saying things, and I was like, no, I can't see nothing.
It to me in a messaging app, so you know.
Oh, I see. Now it makes sense.
You see, it all makes sense. It all interconnects and comes full circle.
Yes. Anyway, I'll say.
Anyway, you were saying you hate the games industry. I'm gonna lay back and relax.
Because it is a big fat dog turd on my very nice sticky toffee pudding.
Nice. I mean, that's a dog turd on top of the thing that looks like a dog turd already, right?
Yeah, so you don't notice it. That's how it works.
It's like surprise raisins.
Well, you could say,
oh, this is a chocolate chip cookie. Oh my god, it's got raisins in.
Yeah, but they put a very small amount in, so you don't notice it at first. And then you keep eating them, and they put some more in.
And then you bite into one, and you're like, why the fuck is my chocolate chewy?
And then you just bite into a raisin. A giant raisin.
And it's just gross. Yes, anyway, it's the dog turd on your sticky toffee pudding. Carry on.
Yes, dog turd on my sticky toffee pudding. Okay? Microtransactions are becoming so mainstream as a get-rich-quick scheme. Are they not?
Yes.
Every game just has to fucking shoehorn them in. Oh, what's that? It doesn't really fit in this game. Put them in anyway. It's just like, really? Do you need to... Are you so strapped for cash these days that you need to try and take everything we own off of us just to make yourselves feel better? Take, for example, Rocket League.
Rocket League! Brian's favourite game, and also his least favourite game at the same time.
Yeah, it's like... It was great, okay? It made a lot of money, as it just fucking took off. And they had, you know, your DLC packs here. You get 2 cars, you get little toppers and flags and all the rest of it. And you posted a new announcement at the BS Podcast Live.
I did, 20 minutes late.
And the price for the DLC was about, I think it was like £2.79. And that is 2 cars, and all the little bits came with it, the paint jobs, which the paint types which come with other cars. So, you know, it was value for money.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did 3 of those. And then they brought in the DeLorean.
Which I saw the other day.
Yeah, which is £1.59, just the car.
For a car.
Nothing else. And they did the Batmobile, which is the worst looking piece of shit I've ever seen, and that boost noise just gets on my fucking wick. And that was also £1.79 with nothing else. Okay, so what they did, and every car since then has been by itself with its own decals, which is fine because it's what I'd see as a complete set. And every car is now sold separately. You don't get the packs of 2 with all the toppers and all the other little bits and bobs, because people will just buy it. They will look and see Rocket League DLC. I'm buying this. It will cost you over £3, which sounds small, but you know it mounts up in the end, to buy the 2 cars from the latest DLC with no extra stuff, when it will cost you £2.79 for 2 cars and all the bits and bobs that came with it. And there's not value for money anymore. And they found out that they can just charge you over the odds for 10 minutes work. And people will buy it.
I seen. I put up the Batman car, by the way, on the stream. Which, you know, it means I don't have to edit it in, for starters. Because it's already there. It's right there. And yeah, that's not pretty, is it?
It is it's a fugly car, basically. There it is, guys. It just can't, like, stream delay means it's kind of like 20 seconds after I mentioned it, but yes. But yeah, it's ugly.
Everybody, it's called the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice car pack, but it literally comes with 1 car. It's not even a pack, it's just a car.
1, yeah.
It's not a car pack, guys. That's not a pack of cars. Or a pack of cards. That's a car. Black and blue, God versus man, day versus night. It costs £1.59, like Brian said.
Alright, well, yeah. So, you're being charged over the odds, basically, for less than half the items you'd get in the original DLC packs. But obviously, I didn't buy those because I'm not interested in those cars, but people will buy them because they want it, which is fine. But, you're being overcharged.
Brian, somebody has just posted in chat dislike for the Batman car. I think everyone needs to dislike for the Batman car.
He knows my hate for the Batman car. He knows it. He's one of those he's one of those poor people.
There's still one person liking it. No.
You weirdo. What are you doing? You're some sort of masochist. That's what you are. Yeah, so you know, they started overcharging for cars basically. And then recently, you must know about the update that brought the crates and keys.
No, I did not know about the crates and keys. I can't wait to hear about crates and keys. Every game has crates and keys.
They announced the crates and keys system a few months back, and everyone was like, "Oh, you can't do that. I paid for this game. You can't do that. It's going to ruin the game." And they go, "No, it's just skins and just skins." I think it was they said it was going to be, you know, and they added their rarity system, so you could trade up uncommon items to get rare items. You can trade up to get very rare items. They say, yeah, we're going to add new tiers of rarity, and they're going to be in these crates, basically. So what they've done is said, yeah, these are really super rare. You want to buy these? And everyone's gone, oh my god, I want to buy these. £1.19 a key, and you are not even guaranteed to get anything decent. The skins probably cost 15p to make, and it can take you 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 500 tries to get what you want. And now they packed cars into them as well to make you want to buy them. Basically, they are taking the piss.
They've also adjusted the price of keys on the 24th September.
Yes, it was £1. I think it was £1.59 each. I think 31 can verify that.
And they didn't compensate for the price adjustment, which I think is the most bullshit thing you can do. Oh, you paid more money, and now we're going to reduce the price, and we're not going to compensate in any way. Yeah.
Basically, if you look at if you can find a list of things, it's a lot of skins, basically, which are, 20p, basically. So if you get one of those, you're paying 6 times what they're actually worth. So basically, the devs have gone, oh, look at all these other games that are using crates and keys and earning so much money. We can do this, and with our rabid player base, they'll buy it all.
And they do.
And there's no backlash. Nothing. No backlash. Everyone was like, we're okay with this.
That you're Killing Floor, they might be considering removing it again. Or changing it so that everything can be got for free as well as paid for.
Good.
I don't mind if it can be got for free as well as paid for.
Well, that's the thing, because obviously they added the trading in system, so you could, if you had 5 uncommon items, you could trade up for 1 rare item, which is fine. But you can't trade up your very rare items for the item rarities in the crates. You have to buy crates to get those items.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
You can trade with other players, but that means someone else has already paid to bring that item into circulation. So people go, oh, you don't have to pay any money, you can get it for free. Yeah, but someone's paid for it, and has made it acceptable. Which is wrong. And, it's just another one in a string of games.
Would you like to know another game that's already got crates and keys that's adding a new thing?
Oh, God.
So, you know how in Source games, Counter-Strike, TF2 and all that, you can spray?
I did have this on my list.
Oh, you did have this on your list?
I read it yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, you can't spray in CSGO at the moment. And for ages, people have been like, can we have sprays back so we can, like, put graffiti on the walls, which it's kind of fun. I have sprays in Overwatch, and you do it when you think you're going to get play of the game, or you just do it at the beginning and you combat each other and try and make like pictures, like have the speech bubble come out of like one of the characters' mouths or something like that. And Valve finally went, yeah, you can have sprays. Of course you can, if you pay for them.
If you pay for them.
You now get, I believe it's going to be a crate and key system as well. They're going to be part of the crate and keys, but you can also pay, you can also buy, like you can with skins and all that, you can buy them straight off the market for extortionate prices.
Yes.
But the thing is, right, here's the I know Brian knows this, but the thing is with CSGO is that they haven't said, oh, you've bought the spray, you can use it. They said, oh, you've bought the spray, you can use it 50 times.
50.
50 times.
50.
You can pay for a thing and use it 50 times, and then it's gone.
There's a worse bit than that. There's a worse bit than that.
Is it? What's the worst bit than that? Is it the fact that they degrade over time?
Yeah, they decay.
Yeah. So once you spray it down, most
7
CSGO,
to 8 minutes.
Most CSGO matches in competitive last about 4 minutes. But still, they degrade over time. Meaning if your CSGO match lasts any length of extra time, the spray sticks are degrading, and they limit you to spray once per match, unless the game lasts a long time, was the official term, at which point it's once every 45 seconds.
Yes. So not only are you charged for the privilege of spraying pixels on pixels,
yes,
they also decay.
Yes.
And you're not allowed to spray them as you please.
Now, I don't get people that buy cosmetics in the first place. I have occasionally bought with trading card money, the free trading cards you get on Steam. I buy keys with those just to see, can I get some more money out of an item?
You are supporting the problem. Are you not?
Yes, I'm supporting the problem, but this is the thing. This is very much a turning the light switch off when I leave the room isn't going to make any difference if I do it.
It's not any difference to me. It's that I'd hope the people I associate myself with are intelligent enough not to buy trash.
I don't buy the trash. This is my rule. I make it from the card money, and the reason I do it is so that because Killing Floor 2 is actually a really high value game for the items. Like a hat is like £2. It means I spent £1.30 on a key, and with money that I got for free anyway because Valve gave me trading cards from my game, and. I've just made some profit.
Did you see the golden weapon skins for Killing Floor 2, like hundreds of pounds each?
No, I did not.
Yeah. You look at the top end of the market, the golden weapon skins are absurd money.
Right now. I've got a medic armband, which is the only thing I want to keep because, I'm a medic.
He's a medic.
A medic?
Shit one. I keep dying when I'm with him, but...
You know shit. You've been playing with me for ages.
Yeah, precisely.
So my medic armband is worth £4.74, mate.
£4.74?
£4.74.
£1.74?
£4.74.
So I was right the first time. You peaches have like I was wrong.
My US gas mask black is worth £2.30. I've got a skin worth 16p. I've got a skin worth 71p.
If you've got the money, guys, and you want to buy some Killing Floor 2 stuff, he's the guy to go to.
I've got a really shitty looking baseball cap with a Dosh symbol on it that's worth 82p. I wear it out of irony because it looks so shit. But but I think they're considering doing the old TF2 style where you used to get all the weapon drops free, but it was just like limited to a certain number per week and stuff like that.
You know what? I wouldn't care so much if it was attainable through regular gameplay.
Yeah.
It'd annoy me because they exist. But, you used to get expansion packs and things which brought so much content.
This is why I feel like Deus Ex Mankind Divided microtransactions are... They're not... It's not good that they're in there. But knowing that they got put in there last minute on the publisher's demand rather than on the developer's idea makes me a bit more comfortable with them, because the game is not balanced at all. This is my issue with microtransactions in single-player games, is you can never trust a single-player game's economy to be fair to somebody that never buys anything if it's got microtransactions in.
Well, you're going to get the whales who are lying in the pockets.
Yes.
Of the publisher who have gone, microtransactions in.
You can never trust a developer or publisher to have made the economy in the game fair if they've added you can buy credits. Well, Dead Space 3 had the same issue. Like, you could buy crafting parts, and there was never enough in the world.
Well, that's the thing. They'll either make it with the intention of having it in the game in the first place, so it's made.
Yes.
So you don't have to, but you're coerced. And those who are a little bit weak-willed will be coerced into buying this stuff. But those who want to play the game properly, we can't play it properly anymore because your microtransactions have been baked in.
And I believe that was an issue that Dead Space 3 had if you weren't playing in co-op or something. I can't remember.
But when they add them on the end, the game has been made to not have them.
Yes.
And the people go, well, if I get this, it'll make the game really easy. You get people who struggle in games, we're all of different skill levels. And those people will struggle. And they will see the microtransactions, and they will see that it makes the game easier, and they will buy them. Because it makes the game easier for them. It works both ways.
Deus Ex is definitely an exclusion even to that rule, because you just get handed money in that game. Like, there is no reason why you wouldn't be able to afford everything you wanted in that game.
Yeah, but
I don't like the fact that that is still this is the issue. People are becoming apathetic to the point that they're like, oh, it doesn't affect the actual game, so it's alright, isn't it?
You know what? And that is the fucking line people kept rolling out for Rocket League. It's not going to affect the gameplay. What are you moaning about? It's not going to affect the gameplay. It's not going to affect the gameplay. It's not going to affect the gameplay. They were like records stuck on repeat. And it's like, it is. Because the next game will be made with these in from the beginning. And it will be made so you have to, or you're coerced into buying the goddamn things. Okay? People used to, release skin packs. Or, you could buy the skins you wanted. But now it's a gamble. You're gambling. What is the hat with the W? What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's gambling. It's in every sense gambling.
Yes, and this is where Valve got away with it, of course, because in America you're not allowed to. Well, in most countries, including this country, you're not allowed to gamble under the age of 18 or whatever. In this country, 16-year-olds can gamble for a lower price. But seeing as some things in CSGO are worth like 500 quid, I'm pretty sure that breaks the £50 limit rule.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Because they put it into Steam Wallet, it then becomes not real money gambling, and then it's all fine in the eyes of the law. And then you had the CSGO skin betting.
Yeah, that whole controversy over there. I don't know how those two still aren't in jail.
I went to EGX, right? We'll get onto EGX later, but while sat in EGX, I went to look at to see what the genuine opinion of the show was. I went onto the Eurogamer forums, the guys that run EGX, and opened up the thing, and somebody's review included the line, "The NCA, the National Crime Agency, are there. You should walk over them and tell them that Syndicate's over there and ask them when they're going to arrest him. They won't, but just so they know he's here."
You know what? I've had this exact discussion with my brother this morning before I watched the Formula 1 at ridiculous time o'clock. And both of us are like, why these two knew what they were doing. This was orchestrated, yet they haven't been touched.
No.
Why not?
And before this all kicked off, I was occasionally popping in on Syndicate's videos, his vlog channel, and seeing what was up. Because he's fucking loaded. It's kind of, it's aspirational TV sort of thing. You look at it and go, I would love to live like that. I'd love to have this massive house and this Audi TT and this 5 motorbikes and spend my days traveling around in business class on British Airways flights and all of that.
Yeah.
And since the notification still popped in, no ads on though. I don't have any ads on YouTube, so not at the moment, and I especially don't want to click on his videos. And he went back to the UK just after this happened, and I assumed, he's been called back, by his lawyers or whatever. But no, he's gone back to the America a few times since. I guess it's just that he's decided to come back to the UK. And yet, 2 FIFA card pack openers got sued and sentenced recently, or going to be sentenced, didn't they, in the UK?
So I say that was really recent, wasn't it?
I don't know why Syndicate hasn't been. I assume he just has more money, so he can get away with it. He's also handled it really well by not talking about it.
Precisely. The biggest problem is that the internet has got a really short memory.
Yes.
It's like, we are so angry about this. The next day, what were we angry about?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked about this in the last podcast about issues with games.
But
developers and publishers just stay quiet for about a month and then they're fine.
Yeah, but it's like over the past 7 or 8 months, I just started seeing it for the bullshit that it is. GTA 5 has got another update, and I said in the comments under the story, this is yet another thing that they tout as free, but if you want to use the content as a casual player, I don't really like using that term, but that is the best I can come up with right now. If you play it as a casual player, you either have to grind the same fucking missions for hours, or buy shortcuts. And again, it's that coercion. It's there every single time.
To plug another YouTuber, NerdCube did a video on GTA Online.
When was that? I need to watch this.
It was the Henderson Challenge, I think the video was called, or something like that. So him and his community manager did a video where the idea was they had 4 hours to make as much money as possible in GTA Online, and it was all a setup. And then NerdCube eventually started just opening up the browser and buying the top end shark card, while Matt was sat there grinding away. And they end the video basically saying in the 4 hours that it took you to make $60,000 and be able to buy a fucking basic car, I bought a yacht, a private jet, a massive house. I've got my own corporation, and only for the small price of £140.
Yeah, and you know what? Someone actually replied to me on my comment saying, "Oh, you new age gamers, you don't know how games were." And it's like, excuse me, mate, I've been playing a game for 20 years. I know how games were. You bought a game and it was complete in the first instance, and
There's a link in the chat now for that video.
Yeah, which will be referenced in about 20 seconds. So, yeah. Anyway, so, I've been gaming for 20 years. I know how games were. You didn't have to grind for hours just to get somewhere. And there wasn't the constant, do you like grinding? No. Well, you can buy this and save your time. There was none of that.
No, there was none of this.
It was, here is a game that I've made because I like making games. Now it's, here is a game that we've made because we like making money. That is how the industry has changed. It is money. The suits are running everything. And I don't want to call them fanboys. I don't want to call them white knights. That's the usual tripe that people with no argument come out with. But the people who say, oh, it's all right, it doesn't affect that much, those are the people that allow it to go on. They are the people that let the suits continue running everything. I want to knock their heads together and say, see sense, you bunch of pricks. Because you're indirectly, I'm not saying ruining a game, because that's sensationalist nonsense, but you are contributing to the constant coercion into paying real money to get somewhere in that game that you paid real money for in the first place.
Where does it end? There was also, on the GTA Online thing, there was also a post on Reddit on r/gaming or something that was the caption was, you can tell when Rockstar discovered microtransactions. So the idea with Rockstar is they had a game out every year. And since GTA's come out, they've not had a single game come out.
Yeah, it's making it way too lucrative for them, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, if the minute they announce another Grand Theft Auto or another Red Dead Redemption, people will be like, oh, I guess I should start spending money on this game now.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know where do we go? It's like, I don't know if people are too apathetic or they just, it's been, fed in slowly, slowly, slowly. So you don't realise it until it's already taken over. It's like the cookie that has become a raisin because they just put a little bit more raisin in every time you got one.
Yeah, and then eventually you're just eating a raisin and you're like, oh shit, I'm being healthy, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck is this? This is not the cookie I paid for. This is gaming, guys. This is gaming. It was a cookie. Someone lovingly made that cookie, put the finest quality chocolate in, and then here's my cookie.
Came in, and he was like, nah, mate, raisins are fucking cheap.
Yeah, he was like, you can buy 1,000 raisins for the same amount of money as one chocolate chip. And then they went, money, quality. Money, quality. We don't need quality. Out the window that goes. Money.
Yeah, gaming. There are some really good devs, though. I have to point this out. Like,
I'm really struggling to find them at the moment.
Right, so CD Projekt Red, of course. The guys that run GOG and run Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 doesn't interest me.
Okay, The Witcher 3 might interest you, but like The Witcher 3 is like a impossible to finish game. I joke. It's like 60 hours long, I think, or something like that.
That all?
If you say it's that all, but it's not Fallout. It hasn't got Radiant AI that makes generic quests for you.
Mate, it hasn't got a bazillion mods on it like my current save has.
And then they released Heart and Fire, or whatever it was called, and that was another 20 hours for like 15 quid. And then they released Blood and Wine or whatever, and that was another like 30 hours. Like, that's what I call a DLC. Like 30 hours of gameplay.
A sizable DLC.
I always go back to Shivering Isles, and everyone I know thinks I have some sort of hard-on for Shivering Isles. And I do, because Shivering Isles was like the ideal DLC for me.
Well, that's it. When we've had great years of gaming, and when you hark back to them, and you look back, and you realise it's not rose-tinted spectacles, you realise it was just better back then than it is now.
Even if you look at Sims, you used to get like an expansion pack. Used to be an expansion. Sims 2, open for business. Still the best Sims expansion pack to ever exist.
Expansion pack so much.
It added new mechanics. It added shit tons of new items. It added new everything.
Oh, it's okay. I don't need a kitchen. I'll put a shop in my kitchen.
Exactly, and it's just like. And then you look at Sims 4 and it's like, oh, if you buy this, you get 22 items and a new town to build in. And we've added dogs.
You say that, but you know what? I didn't see it now, but I didn't see it then, but I realise it now. They used to have like the branded furniture packs for Sims 2.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and that is the creep, isn't it? That's the creep.
That was the creep. Yeah, that was because the Sims is a hilarious. If you look at what the original Sims was built as a satire on American life.
Yeah.
Like, I want the big screen TV, I want the really comfy sofa, I want the exercise bike, I want the magic cooker that does it all. And then you get to Sims 2 and you start getting Katy Perry's life stuff pack and
H&M, IKEA.
And it's like, guys, did you lose the point where it was a satire on American life and you just started making it American life?
That's it, isn't it? It just crept, and I didn't even realise it.
And then the Sims 3, they had the fucking marketplace where you could buy individual pieces of furniture. It's like, what the fuck? No, on wallpaper. You could buy wallpaper. I love the leopard print pattern.
You know what?
That'll be 72p, thank you.
I'm going to say it. The Sims 2 was the height of The Sims, wasn't it? Without a shadow of a doubt. It was the best.
Sims 4 is probably above The Sims 3.
You know what? The only thing that I found missing from The Sims 2 was the fact that if you had a business that wasn't on the same lot as your house, your time would go past while you're on the business lot, and then you go home with a Sim that was tired at 7 o'clock in the morning because they've been in the shop all day, and then they need to go back to sleep again.
I mean, The Sims 3 did the whole no loading screens, and The Sims 4 somehow fucked that. But anyway. Yeah, that's another idea of the creep in games. Like, there were stuff packs, and now there's just stuff packs. Like, that's the expansion pack for a Sim game.
If it stayed as stuff packs, 2 or 3 stuff packs, I could live with that. They are, you buy them or you don't.
But no, the Shivering Isles, I say, is the pinnacle of downloadable content. Oblivion was the first game, one of the first games to ever have downloadable content. You know, the famous horse armor, which wasn't creep. That wasn't creep at the time. That was because they were the first people to ever go, downloadable content. What the fuck do we do with that? What do people want? Like, what do they want for a couple of quid?
I tell you what I want. I want you to just change the name of expansion packs and put them on an online distribution service, and then they are downloadable content.
Yes.
That's it. I don't want
the amount
gimmicks.
of I have a story-based game. I want more story. I don't want. Oh, you've got a new level cap, and you've got some more. I want a new story. I want more story. That's what I want. Just give me more story.
You know, Borderlands, despite especially Borderlands 2, a couple of the DLCs were absolute fucking dog shit because they got farmed out to someone else. But they did add new
Sounds
content.
like a Gearbox thing to do.
They added content. They didn't just go, here's a gun. Oh, thanks guys. What do you want me to do? Bow down and eat your feet now? No, they gave us new areas. They gave us new quests.
And Extreme
Yeah.
Vault Hunter. That was like, oh, you can buy a level cap. It's like, great, thanks. I really.
Yeah, but it had the Digistruct Peak, didn't it? Or was that was the lady DLC, wasn't it?
Yeah, the level cap DLCs were just level caps. It was like, oh, you can do New Game Plus now. It's
Well,
like,
no, Ultra is New Game Plus Plus.
yeah, but the fact that you're paying for literally just to start again and get your game again with some variant enemies and it's just bullshit.
For me, I had a different slot on it. It was like it acted as like difficulty levels. So normal full harder mode, which is level 1 to I think 30 or something, was your normal mode to get you into the game. New Game Plus was hard, and New Game Plus Plus, which is Ultra Vault Hunter mode, or whatever was called Ultimate Ultra, one or the other. Can be you. Was your very hard mode, and that gave the game the longevity that I wanted, and I could play the DLCs on that difficulty as well.
I think paying for difficulties is bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit, but at the same time, they added new weapon rarities and things like that, and brought new legendaries in, and it was just more. There was just more. It wasn't just a simple level cap. Oh, here's a dress DLC. Oh, thanks. How much is in it? Oh, 2 dresses. How much is it? £5. Really?
I just wish that DLCs were. I don't know.
We're moving from DLCs. DLCs are going to be a thing of the past. I'll tell you why. Because I can just stick every bit of extra content in a crate, and you can fucking gamble away at it.
Oh, it's that you'd like a new mission? Well, there's a clear.
Yeah. Like it's like Fallout 4 going right. We're not going to release DLCs. What we're going to do is put really shitty content in and mix the DLCs in with that in a crate, and you got to buy a key, and there's like a 1 in 50 chance of you getting the DLC you want. that's what it's going to be like, because I don't see anywhere else this can go. They need, because gaming is not the games industry is not run, as a labour of love anymore. It's now run just as a business.
Yeah, the games publishers definitely. I still would say that developers do it because they love to do it.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I haven't bought any games this year because they're all fucking half-baked rubbish.
That's because publishers push them and make them release it,
Yeah,
it's
it takes everything,
it's a quote from, I think it's Miyamoto. Miyamoto said, a delayed game is delayed, but will eventually be good. And a rushed game will never be fixed.
Oh.
I mean, No Man's Sky is a complete...
It's a mess. That's beta. That's a beta game.
That's exactly the perfect example of that quote. Like, they delayed it, but they clearly didn't delay it enough. Like, they should have not.
Yeah, but they had a guy screaming, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have exploding cities and multiple system shit." Where's the content, guys? Because I'm running around filling up this bar, then go around and filling up that bar, and then go around and filling up that bar. I bet now I need to fill up my first bar again.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to bitch about not microtransactions for a minute.
Oh, we're going.
I want to bitch about EGX, right?
Uh-oh.
Because I just cannot bring myself to make a video about it. So,
yes.
EGX is an annual games... EGX is an annual games convention run by Eurogamer.net. It used to be called Eurogamer Expo, and I've been going now since 2011. That's 5 years. Or is it 6?
And?
It's 5. It's 5.
Yes, you can count. Well done.
Yeah, and for the past 3 years, excluding this year, I had press tickets, which meant I got put on a press list, got invited to interviews, and got free tickets to the show.
You can find those interviews on Snowy's channel.
You can
and watch them
find
if you
those
want.
Interviews on my Snowy channel.
Plug.
That some of them are actually have been
Really
commended
shit.
Some of them have actually been commended as really good interviews. My Dying Light interview is probably one of my highlights of my journalism career, in air quotation marks.
In which he's given up on his journalism career.
Yeah, because uni. Video games development.
Yes, anyway.
So this year, when the hype started building, you know, they started posting, the tickets are coming out soon, guys. I was like, hey, Tom.
Hold on, did you use the line, I'm a fast-growing gaming channel?
No, actually, I just...
You didn't use that line?
I didn't use that line, because I was doing it over Twitter. Saying Twitter is actually the best way to contact people that run games conventions, I found out. So I tweeted at Tom, champion, don't go and fucking hound him, please, for the love of God.
Sign him up to a load of shit. Get his email address and sign him up.
But I was like, hey, Tom, what's the situation with press tickets here? Because last year it changed, everyone got given a super pass, whereas it used to be, you know, you get given 2 days. Last year everyone got given all of the days for free as press passes.
Yep.
So I was like, has it changed again this year? And he was like, yeah, we're only letting people with 45,000 subscribers plus get press tickets this year.
So they're letting the people who are already popular get more popular, while the channels which aren't popular remain where they are.
Oh, that's a shame. Is there any other way we can get press tickets? He's like, no, sorry, that's control queues, which we'll get onto later.
Don't tell me there were no queues.
So I was like, okay. So I figured out how they were doing this press thing, and it was through Keymailer, which is a site you can sign up to as a YouTuber, and you get offered free keys, and you can request keys and stuff like that. And yeah, sure enough, it went, you haven't got enough subscribers, mate. So I was like, shit. For 3 years now, they've been like, okay, you're good enough to advertise our show for us, and you're a good enough channel. We've looked at your content. We understand that you know what you're doing. And then they just went, no, fuck that. There's no content quality bar anymore. It's just subscribers. It's just viewer numbers. That's all we give a shit about.
So basically, you could be a channel that's centered around, I don't know, people slipping over dog poo. And as long as you got over 45,000 subscribers, you can get a press pass.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas you'll know for a fact, Brian, because you were there for 2 years, I think, that I did the press stuff. You'll know I fucking ran around like a headless chicken.
And you made me miss at film signings.
But you know I ran around like a fucking headless chicken getting interviews. Like, yes. I didn't go to the fucking show. I just interviewed.
You did interview with the prison architects, didn't you?
Yes. Which is also one of my pinnacles, because fucking Mark Morris is just wonderful to talk to.
Didn't you say he was like really just regular?
He's just a bloke. He was just like, I said, you know, thank you so much for letting me get this interview. Like, I'm amazed you even like offered it to me. And he's like, you know, at least you turned up with a fucking microphone and the camera, because somebody turned up with just their fucking phone on a selfie stick the other day.
The epitome you're prepared.
Yeah, and he was just like, we never know who's going to be the next big thing, so we give everyone a chance. I was like, thank you. Which is fucking what then EGX went and didn't do this year. It's like, I know if you're big, you can come, but otherwise, no. I don't know why I keep doing that voice.
I know someone else who does that fucking accent as well.
But no, it just really felt like they'd just gone, fuck you, you're worthless now, you're worthless to us, we've outgrown you, which I've had happen to me in the past. I've been friends with now popular YouTubers. And I was friends with them in the past, and the minute they got popular, like, oh, don't know you anymore, sorry.
Well, you need to get popular so you can just disown me.
I do, yeah.
So subscribe, press that button.
Press that subscribe button, everybody.
Actually, subscribe and unsubscribe, and then subscribe and unsubscribe, and then subscribe again. But unsubscribe.
I love getting those emails. They make me happy.
Do it loads of times.
But no, so I thought, right, I'm going to see what happens when these YouTubers cover it, because I've seen what happens when big YouTubers cover these games.
You've gone dead on me.
I've gone dead on you, have I?
Yeah, you went dead on me, mate. These YouTubers.
So these YouTubers, I've seen what they do when they cover these shows. They do like a 3-minute video where they walk around with a camera and they point it at the game logo and they give a quick like 5 seconds. Oh, this game was really good. It was actually kind of exciting and I really want to play it. or this game was really bad, probably not going to bother looking at it again. It was a space game where I shot zombies. You know, that's literally all they do.
It's nice and succinct. They don't want a long-ass interview.
Yeah, but these are people with 45,000 subscribers who are, you know, they've got the ability to do better content. Is, I assume, the justification behind it.
I think you're misplacing the blame. The blame is purely on the organisers and not on the channels.
But I'm not putting the blame on the channels. I'm just saying that where was the logic in getting only big channels? Because, believe it or not, surprise, surprise, day 1 of EGX opened up, and day 2, and then all the videos started coming out, and they were all about 4 minutes long, and they were all about the same thing. They walked around and went, these are the highlights of the show. This is a game. This is a game. This is a game. This is a game. This game's a bad game. I probably won't play this game. And it's like, okay, this isn't advertising it to me. This isn't making me go, oh, I really want to go to EGX because I get to talk to the developers and stuff like that, and I get to play games that, you know, and get to learn things. It's just showing me what games are there, and it's just, I just don't get the logic behind it, and it just made me feel like a piece of shit. Basically, it was like, thank you for 3 years for supporting our show and putting so many hours of effort into it. Fuck you.
I think they've gone for more exposure over quality.
But I wouldn't go to a show because fucking PewDiePie went to it.
I went because that films went to it, and you made me miss the signing.
Sorry, Brian.
I'm not gonna let you forget it, and you didn't get any stuff signed for me this year either.
No,
what the hell, man?
I didn't ever see them there, and if I did see them there, the queue was...
You're supposed to follow their Twitter.
I didn't have a phone open, there was no signal inside the venue the entire time.
Oh, stop bullshitting me. You made me sign stuff. Still upset.
There was no signal. I'm sure if you email Hatfilms very nicely...
What? Hi guys, I'm that creepy dude who was following you around.
Giving you like 100 quid on stream once. Get snowed to 45,000 subs, yes please.
About 3.
I'm happily have 45,000 subs.
Yeah, if you've got like 45,000 friends, actually 44,763. No, 63. If you've got that many friends, get subscribed now.
Yes, please.
Please and thank you.
But no, so we'll now go on to actual EGX. So EGX, my lecture the other day, actually, I mentioned the fact that Microsoft weren't there and Ubisoft weren't there, and none of the only publisher there was Sony. That was the only like big publisher there was Sony.
Were they pushing No Man's Sky?
No, they weren't pushing No Man's Sky. Like Microsoft in the past, before September, they had Forza Horizon 3, they have Halo whatever coming out, Halo Wars coming out, they've got Gears 4 coming out, so they've got plenty to show off, right? They weren't there. They had Gears 4 on show, which was epic there, but nothing else. Ubisoft weren't there, and they've got fucking the Watch Dogs 2 and all the VR shit they're doing, and you know they've got loads coming out. So I think Eurogamer have done something to really upset everybody because they were like, "Oh, we've got more hall space than ever before." And the amount of times
we haven't got anything to fill it with.
The amount of times that we stood in an area bigger than some of the booths that were there, it was like, oh, this is just empty. Like there was an entire food court there this year, right? Like an entire food court.
What? Hold on, with real food?
Yeah, well...
The only reason we went to Frank and Benny's was there was nothing fucking I found edible in the main hall.
There was like a hot dog van and there was...
Which made me miss Hatfilm signings, but I'm not going to dwell on that too much.
There was a hot dog van and there was like... Stop making noises because I keep echoing, damn it.
I can't hear the echo.
Yes, because it's coming from you.
He died on me anyway, so that's fine. Even better.
So yeah, there was the pulled pork van. I was like, I don't. There was food, but they'd filled in loads of fucking space with food.
Right.
There was nothing at EGX, and my lecture.
The floor space they got.
Yeah, they got more space, and there was one game worth queuing up for, which was Dishonored 2, and that had massive queues. So much for controlling those queues, guys.
It just sounds like a disaster, really.
And I won't be going next year, I've decided. If I do go, I'm going for a day, because the hotel was like £105
yeah,
for one night.
They really do you on the hotel prices, don't they? Because they know you're going to an event.
Yeah.
So they bend you over the reception desk and go, that'll be £100, please.
Yeah, it was £105 for a night. That was as much as I paid for the 3 nights, was it, last year I went? I don't know. That's as much as I paid for like 3 nights last year.
I only went for 1 day last year, because I only wanted to see films, which I missed the signings for. I don't know if you know that. Last year before I went 3 days, and I watched Hat Films on the last day. Pretty much the entire last day I was sat there watching
You still missed the signing, Brian. That's your fault, that one.
I didn't bring the stuff with me to get signed, so bit of a non-issue for me in the end. But yeah, you missed the signings for me last year, but I'm not bitter or anything.
No. Also, I don't think they had anything for sale when there were signings going on.
They did.
Did they?
Yes, they had a shiny poster.
Yeah, but I don't think when the signings were on, there was nobody selling anything, and then when the signings weren't on, they were selling stuff.
Yeah, you sell stuff. They sell stuff, and then you bring it to get signed.
But that means queuing up twice.
Do you think I care? You cost me last year.
Anyway.
You cost me.
Anyway, so yes, EGX is a shithole. My lecturer even went, good. It's good. I'm good that it's dying. EGX is a waste of space. So...
Every fucking first-person shooter had a controller. Who plays these things with controllers? What?
Didn't you guys play Battlefield Hardline last year?
Oh,
man.
man.
Just ran around driving people over.
Yeah, that's all I could control. I couldn't shoot. I couldn't do nothing. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing
There was a
here.
lot of PC games there this year, actually. The indie section was like the biggest ever, but
they got no keyboard
and
and
no
mouse.
fucking space for anything. They had nothing. They had loads of space.
You know, the indie section had keyboard and mouse. The first year we went, I watched Rob play something because I knew that if I played it, I'd get fucking addicted, and you'd never pull me out the fucking event.
Who's Rob?
Robert.
Oh yes, right, okay. Robert. Yeah, sorry. I was like, Rob. Who is this Rob guy?
Who's just the Irish guy?
Yeah, just the Irish guy.
One of the two Irish. Anyway.
I'm not used to hearing him by name, man.
Yeah, just like when Paolo got upset when I called him by his real name.
And then ground it into his crotch.
My back was aching and his rod helped me sort myself out, okay? It was a legitimate thing. My back was killing me staying in that queue.
Yeah, mate.
I didn't even enjoy the game that much. Was it Bloodborne we were in queue for? Yeah, it's Bloodborne.
And then Sliv got kicked out just as
Robert.
Robert got kicked out just as he got to the front of the queue.
No, he didn't. He got kicked out early, but then he came back in. He played it anyway.
Okay.
Oh,
Anyway, we're dwelling on
3
years old stuff, mate.
Yeah, I know, but anyway, still fun to reminisce, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. That was a good year. But Palo and I sat down and we were just like, I was like, Palo, I'm pretty sure EGX has got worse every year we've come to it, and he was like, yeah.
Why do we LAN party then? Go to a LAN party. Let's play fucking games.
Yeah, let's go to a LAN party. Let's not go to Insomnia though, because fuck that shit.
Ugh, I don't know which other one there is. I keep getting like 10% off for Insomnia stuff.
I tell you, there's one in Wales, mate. There's one in Wales that a friend of ours' son runs.
Are you about to plug that one? Is that what you're doing now? What's it called?
Skynet Wales, mate. And she's desperate for us to go.
Skynet Wales, guys.
Skynet Wales.
Skynet Wales. If you want to go, I think Pope's on my friend list. Yeah. You can find the person who's does he run it? Does he run it?
Yeah, he runs it. He runs it with his
the guy who runs it on my friends list. I think he's called V-Pope. He's still called V-Pope?
Yes.
Yeah. V-Pope on my friends list. He does like some LAN party or some shit. I don't know. I haven't been.
Yeah, so like
you can go and tell me.
Thing. They've got Mad Cat sponsoring it and stuff like that. So.
You know what? I like to go to LAN parties just not even to play like the games that they've got, you know, competitions and shit on. I just want to go and play games and be able to punch that arsehole who just beat me.
I like going to these things to meet people, which is the only reason I went to EGX this year, because it was like, I get to meet Palo again.
Well, actually, I get drunk. I've been sick.
I mean, the Insomnia pub quiz looks like fun. I'll say that. I love pub quiz. I love a good pub quiz.
And Hat Films will be there. Signatures. Hat Films.
I'm not
signatures. If we go to Insomnia, I'll be queuing up. You won't see me for like a day.
Oh, I got my signature. How'd you feel?
What's wrong with Insomnia anyway? There's nothing wrong with it.
It's just busy. I don't do busy.
You sit down most of the time at your fucking desk.
That and it's fucking Telford again. Like the hotels be fucking bomb.
I remember when we went to Newbury and I forgot my tent peg, so I stole a park bench and pinned one side of my tent down with that, and then parked the front wheel of my car on the other side.
The year my college went, like they got like behind the scenes, they looked at all the servers and all the screen and all the like the booths, the editing booths and all that. The opening day, it snowed like fucking everyone's tentacle apps, so they had everyone sleeping in the halls. Because health and safety wouldn't allow them, because they'd be at risk of getting hypothermia.
Well, last time I went, we had a group who called themselves the Milk Float Mandem. I shit you not.
I think you've told me about these guys before.
Yeah, and they basically just came around causing trouble. They're like Newbury's Hardest or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, Newbury known for its gang territory.
Yeah, gang culture. Yeah, and
Wolf. Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm throwing fucking milk on your fucking car. Yeah, okay, whatever. Then carry on. I'll get it cleaned. Basically, they came around and they were planning. There was like a hall where you could put your sleeping bag, basically, if you didn't have a tent. And they were planning on like throwing milk on everyone's sleeping bags, but they couldn't get past the locked door. It's like you're the worst gang ever who gets blocked by a locked door.
Yeah.
And then basically they were general arseholes with a stupid name.
Yeah, I just like meet. That's the only reason I go to EGX these days, is to meet people. But yeah, the EGX was shit. I'm not going next year, and if I do go, I'm going for a year. Not a year. I'm going for the entire year.
A whole year.
I just want to kill
365 days. I got tickets. How much is the hotel? I wish to stay in your hotel for a whole year.
Imagine living like that. Oh, I don't think I'd like to live in a hotel for a whole year. I know, celebrities do.
Well, no, there's a client at work whose actual address is...
Yeah, and of course, if you get made homeless and you got a kid, they check you into a B&B or whatever.
Yeah, see guys, this is my internet. Great.
Ah, did you go again?
Best internet. Yeah, best
B&Bs,
internet.
I was talking about B&Bs when you get when you move out, you get thrown out of your house, you get chucked into a B&B by the council.
Are you sure it's not bedsit?
It's usually a B&B around here anyway.
Bedsits, I think, are the main stopping points.
Yeah, no, usually around here at B&B. But
the thing I most enjoy about LAN parties, regardless of where they are, before you start bitching about it, is that the people you only hear their voice every other time, and you go there, and it's just different. I can't explain it. It's just different.
The other issue I have with LAN parties is they're always at really fucking awkward times, like in the middle of uni.
Well, you stop going to uni then, don't you?
No, mate. You love that I'm going to be paying back to the state 68 grand or whatever.
Good. By the time you put something back in, I've taken a load out.
Look, mate. In my opinion, if you're eligible for it, claim it, because no one's going to fucking thank you later. No one's going to go, oh, I see you didn't claim JSA for those 5 years that you had no work. Ah, you can have a tax break now that you're earning money. No, they're not going to do that.
Of course not.
They're not going to do that.
They always take the money off you can get anyway. We're sort of sliding away here.
Yes, we're sliding down politics lane, and politics lane is that
very
boring.
Dangerous road.
It's boring. Nobody likes it apart from me.
It's like London. It's all gang territories. You've got the Brexiters over there.
You've got the Remainers. You've got the Jez We Can group, the Momentum. You've got the Anti-Semites next to Momentum.
Yeah, but next to the Labour Party, you're like sort of them in the middle. Their territory is expanding though. I think it's interesting move. I don't know how it's going to pay off. Labour Party.
Labour Party, everyone. Anyway, have you got more stuff to bitch about, Brian?
Oh yeah, did you know Ark got DLC?
Oh. So our other Irish friend, I was kind of upset when this came out, and I completely justify everyone that is pissed off with the fact that a game that is not finished has DLC that costs as much as the game.
You know what? I want to do so many. I do. Actually, I'm sitting here doing arm movements to my fucking screen. I look like a fucking twat.
I'm doing it too. So, Ark got DLC, Scorched Earth DLC. Right? This is a Scorched Earth policy on their review section. Ha! Puns. They released... So Ark Survival Evolved is a survival game in early access, believe it or not.
Yes. Early access.
They released... Yeah, I like how I got to explain these things just in case anyone listening hasn't got a fucking clue. And it is... Hang on, let's go to Ark Survival Evolved's Steam page. $22.99 for Ark. A game in early access, by the way. And the DLC is $14.99, so... just over half the price.
Now, their line was when they got criticised, well, the money is being used to create more funds to fund the development of the main game. Why don't you use the funds you used on the DLC to fund the main game?
So what they've done is they've gone, this game isn't finished. and we're making DLC for it. Now, this is a thing that AAA titles get bitched at. Day one DLC is bullshit, and everyone gets. You spent development time making this day one DLC. You shouldn't be doing that. And what they've done is they've done day minus 562 DLC. It's literally what they've done. They've made DLC before the game's even out.
I really loved there was backlash against it though, because it gives me some hope.
But it's gone quiet again.
Yes, but then you get the same people go, "Oh wow, they needed it. It's a fun development." That's what the initial fucking
so our other
Irish
Irish friend, Carl. Right.
Don't tell me he supports it. Please don't tell me he supports it.
I was like, hey, McStar and Acid, what do you think of this DLC? And they're both like, oh, we're playing it. I was like, right, okay. So I went to the saner of the two. I went, McStar, what do you think about the people that are upset? And he's like, I completely understand where they're coming from. I bought it because I enjoy the game, and me and Acid want to play it. But he,
no,
on the outside,
no.
Comparison though,
No,
Acid.
no,
hang on.
No.
I'm gonna fucking mute you in a minute, mate.
It is never okay.
No, it's never.
Never.
But he bought it, which makes him silly.
Part of the problem.
But he said, I understand where people are coming from, which
I don't. I think they're idiots. I think they're fucking
he
idiots.
understands where the people that are upset are coming from.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to go, well, I understand where they come from. That is the default position.
Yes. Anyway, Brian, Acid said, well, it's a AAA level game, right? It's a AAA quality game.
Bullshit.
And it costs. And he asked me, how much does a AAA game cost now? And I was like, it costs about 30 to 40 quid, right? And he went, well, exactly. So you're paying $14.99 on top of the £20 price. So you're paying as much as a AAA game costs. So basically what you're doing is you're making up for the rest of the AAA game that you didn't buy.
Oh, for God's sake.
And I was like, what? No.
What is this logic? Where does it come
It's Irish
from?
logic, mate. It's a good old racial stereotype known as Irish logic.
I'm getting from my man in the studio 79% positive reviews. 79%. 79% of people are okay with this.
However, that's for the DLC. The current game has mixed reviews, and it went down to negative at one point.
Yes, but they should both be on mixed or both be on negative. Shouldn't they? What's the recent reviews on the DLC? Or has it not been out long enough to have it?
Oh, it's been out long enough to have it. Let's go. That was an interesting noise. Mostly positive. Oh, it's just got overall mostly positive.
God's sake.
79% of the reviews of this game are positive.
Wrong. It's wrong. And again, the masses are supporting this, and again, it will happen, and again, it will get worse.
I have genuinely given up on early access games. I don't buy them anymore.
So have I. I've been burnt by one. I ain't doing it again. No more early access.
My NerdCube, I love how I always talk about NerdCube, but he's probably one of the most sane YouTubers there is. His little snippet he brings up whenever he buys shows off an early access game is, you are only ever guaranteed to get that version of the game. Yeah. When you buy that game, if you buy that game, only buy it for the game that is out now. Never buy it for the game that is being promised.
Yes, well, believe me, I know that about fucking Next Car Game. That's a load of shit now, and they can go and stick out their asses. Do you know they've launched Stuntfest?
No, have they finished the game and launched a new one?
No, they haven't finished the first game.
Oh.
So they've got 2 early access projects going on.
Is it?
So, basically, I've been on the forums being Mr. Negative. Someone's got to be. So it's me. And I'm really good at it. So, the game isn't as fun anymore. The crashes aren't as good. The driving's terrible. Basically, the game is nothing like it was at the end of 2014, so nearly 2 years ago.
Yep. And the issue with Steam as well is the fact that you can't go back to an old version.
Well, we as the player base have had to pirate the old version so we can play it. So we can enjoy what we bought. Because the new version's crap. But the biggest problem is that the developers don't listen. They open with, oh yeah, we want your feedback, we want to know what you guys think. We tell them what we think, and we get some absurd change, which doesn't make any sense that no one wanted. And it's like, thank you, Vino. This is not what we invested in, and now they're taking investment. I think it's from an external company, so it saves them from the scorn of me going, "Why are you wasting my money?" but they're taking to make another project when they can't even produce the first one at a decent rate. If you can't produce the first one at a decent speed, what makes you think you're going to be able to do two simultaneously just as well?
This is my advice to all people wishing to develop games in early access. Have the money to finish the game first.
They did! They got so much in their Kickstarter, or whatever it was they did the second time round, and everyone was really excited for the game. And it's taking longer, and longer, and longer, and longer.
This is the issue. So, the Double Fine Adventure, which is... I can't remember what I got called in the end, was the perfect example of what goes wrong. So you set out this idea. We're going to make a game for about... It was $400,000, I think, that game. Going to make a game for about $400,000. It's going to be a nice, neat bundle. And it's going to be this, this, and this. And then you get... I think they got like 2 million or whatever. And you go, holy shit, we've got so much more money than we expected we need. We can add this, and 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 this. We can add all of these modes, and this thing, and this thing, and this thing. And then you go... Oh no, we've run out of money now.
Yeah. So all you've got are a load of ideas.
And you've not finished anything. You've got everything's half baked. You've not finished anything. My advice to early access developers is before you go on early access, have a playable product with the basic core mechanics. Don't be a We Happy Few. Don't have a fucking survival game guised as a fucking story-based game. If you're going to release it early access, actually have good gameplay.
At the same time, have a fucking roadmap, guys.
Have a roadmap.
Don't deviate. Don't deviate.
Don't add anything new. Make sure you budget everything. Budget everything out. Make that, and then you can start making the extra stuff.
That's it, isn't it? Once you get what you deem to have been your original vision done, and you say, right, you can decide that's release if you want, and you say it's 1.0, you can add after that, because you will earn so much more when people see, wow, this is a great game.
Went right. Prison Architect, the guy went over to Alcatraz, went, oh, this is a fucking great idea for a game. On the flight back, he wrote down every mechanic that he wanted in the game, and then they made it.
And that's it.
That's it. They made it. And they could have supported it post-release, and they go into with bug fixes, but they decided, actually, this game is done now. We spent 5 years making this game. We got to where we wanted to get. We can't really add anything else and then they've opened up developer mode so that mods can be added.
Yeah, but then you also get YouTubers who go, yeah, I bought this game in early access and I haven't really played it and I've watched it develop and now it's 1.0. It's an awesome game.
Yeah,
and people will buy it. People will buy it because someone popular has said this is a really good game. That I see, and it pains me so to see Netscar game ripped to shreds in things. But I've had to leave a negative review myself because I feel that badly about how things have been handled, and that they haven't been.
And my other advice is there is never 2 launch days for your game. So a lot of early access developers go into it thinking, oh great, we can develop the game, get a bucket load of money, and then when the game launches, we'll get another bucket load of money, and that could just be pure profit. But Clay, the guys that made Don't Starve, they were in early access. Prison Architect, they were in early access. And they've all realised, there is no second launch day. The launch day, it removes the hype for a launch day.
Yeah.
And I think this is an issue Rust is going to have, because Rust is on the better end of the early access spectrum, as far as I know.
But the problem is it's been there for too long, like DayZ.
Yeah.
DayZ, if you want to be American.
I mean, DayZ was at the fucking bad end of the spectrum. Rust and DayZ were like stark opposites. Like DayZ.
I think Rust's thing was that it started again, so under the same project basically. So I think that's what's hurt it most.
But yeah, Rust is going to come out and it's going to be like a limp trumpet going.
Well, they've got their microtransactions in there as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
The skins and things. Again, why?
At least they're not in crates, though.
Yeah, but if they'd managed their money properly, they wouldn't need it. That's the thing, isn't it? I
don't think they do need it. I think that is just... They don't need the money, they're just adding it because it can be done.
Well, yeah, and that's it. They prey on the whales, don't they, basically? That's the long and the short of it.
And I suppose, technically, when you're a business, when you're the CEO of a company, your legal requirement is to do best for the company.
Yep, not best for the customers. The people who make your company, basically. Without us, you are nothing.
Which is something I think people need to understand more, is the fact that as a business, you are legally bound to make money. Like, you have to do what is best for your company.
Yes, but at the same time, the customers need to realise that they aren't always at the whim of the business.
Vote with your wallet.
the business lives and dies on customers' feelings, basically.
Yeah. So if you don't like something, don't fucking buy it.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it, guys.
It's
Just
like
don't.
if you don't like a political party, don't fucking vote for them.
Or don't vote for any of them because they're all equally rubbish. I think is the best advice.
Turn into Russell Brand telling people not to vote because it's a waste of time. It makes me hate you. And on election day, the day before election day, you're going to come out and go, actually, I think we should all vote now.
Vote for UKIP. It is the best party. They have punch-ups. None of the others do. They must have a fight club going on.
I bet UKIP are thankful that we've got this whole EU thing that pays for our medical bills when we're in France.
Well, if they spent less time punching each other and more time sorting themselves out, we'd be alright, wouldn't we? But apparently not. But
anyway.
walking down Politics Street again, it's a very dangerous road.
But yes, if you don't like a thing, don't fucking buy it, right? If you don't like how... I suppose... This is my thing with Steam. I hate Steam as a thing. It's like a monopoly. Everyone's like, no, it's not. It's not a technical monopoly because there's Uplay and Origin.
Yeah, but they generally only sell their own things, don't they? They're publisher born.
Yeah.
Really, Steam is just a wide-ranging marketplace.
It is a monopoly. It's the only one people use, and in my opinion, that is what a monopoly means. There is no dilution in the market.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to look at market share, I have a feeling that Steam would probably be in the 70s.
I'd say
easily.
I'd say it'd be up in the 90%.
We say that, but you got good old games.
I'd say good old games would be the second biggest.
And yeah, but you got a lot more marketplaces now. So if people were to be asked which but if you
buy
your games,
if you ask people what platform do they buy most games on, it would be Steam.
Thing is, I only started buying on Steam because whenever I bought a fucking boxed copy, it would just download Steam anyway. What was the point?
I hate. In a way, the Battle.net launcher I like because it's the game. I just wish we could go back to the days where you put your CD in, right? Or you get given a code, you download the installer, and then it asks you for the code. You put the code in, and it gives you a little icon on your desktop.
I just don't understand it. Because my downloads were crap at the time anyway, and I shouldn't really be doing with downloading games all the time. And I deliberately bought box copies so I didn't have to download, so I could just install from a disc, and it didn't come on the disc anymore.
My first experience that was Dawn of War 2. Put that in when I was in Butlins, and it was like, oh, please install Steam and download this game. I was like, it's my birthday, and I'm in the middle of fucking holiday resort. I haven't got the internet, thanks.
Yeah, the first time I had it was, as much as I hate to say it, Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, I bought that release like an idiot.
It was a good game. I believe that Modern Warfare 2 was a good game. Maybe not on PC. Maybe it was a pile of wank on PC. I played it on console, so.
Yeah, I played it on PC. It was the server system was crap. Yeah, and it wasn't a small game, and I didn't want to be downloading shit. But no, apparently so.
But yes, video games are shit. Let's all just give up. Let's all just stop buying video games.
Yeah, just stop. Just give up. Waste of time. I'll make my own game. I'll probably learn how to do it myself before someone makes a good game now. Mate? Not very well. Oh, okay, I stopped. Okay. I burned out on Fallout 4, so I stopped doing it. Basically, that's all that happened. I'm starting to get back into Fallout 4 now, so I might start fiddling around in Creation Kit again, but I still can't fucking do scripting. It's too hard. Too hard. I don't understand the syntax. So if someone can teach me,
that's what you should do.
if someone can teach me papyrus scripting, that would be great.
I think
I need it.
Probably fucking love a game jam. Game jams are great. Like
I don't know what I'm doing.
No, but that's the thing. Our team, we had a 2D artist that works for Nicalis, who make Binding of Isaac. We had a professional 2D, like she does art just as a job. We had me. We had Bino knows Unity, and I know programming and just Unity a bit and Unreal a lot. And we had this one guy who the artist had brought along, basically to prove that you don't have to know what you're doing to make a video game.
Right.
And he got involved. He got really involved, and yeah, you just
maybe it's something I'd try in the future, but
I have to invite you to the Portsmouth Game Jam. Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh god, that sounds like a terrible idea. Hi guys, do you like really buggy, broken games? Here's what I made.
Well,
I made No Man's Sky.
The point of the Portsmouth Game Jam is you do it 9 to 5.
I could just bring No Man's Sky with me.
You could do, but it wouldn't be your game.
It would. I could. All right, I could make a buggy mess and call it No Man's Sky 2.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that would be in the humour. That's the point of the game jam. You make something silly. The Portsmouth Game Jam, what they do, because game jams usually have a theme, right, for the games.
Yes.
And Portsmouth Game Jam, what we do is we press random article on Wikipedia 3 times. So this year was sickle cell anemia, Canadian MasterChef episode titles, and water jousting.
For God's sake, a random selection of items.
Exactly. So as long as something like Nazi Germany doesn't come up, they keep the theme. But
I don't know. That could be interesting. Could be an interesting thing.
Yeah, but just swastikas are not a thing that Portsmouth Uni wants to be promoting as a university.
Oh, I remember I drew swastikas all over my German book because that's what I associate with Germany.
Our game was called 666 Sounds, which I fucking hate the name of still. But you were a chef and you had vampires. That was where the anemia came in, It was like everyone did vampires. They were flying in and you had to pick different levels of cooked steak and throw them at them because, steaks and vampires. And we made a pretty decent game in 5 days. It was, it had bugs. If you killed the vampire too close to you, his hitbox still kept on flying for a couple of seconds and you died anyway, for example. But it's great. It actually worked. And I was like, holy shit, we made a game in 5 days.
It's still better than No Man's Sky.
Properly. I recommend everyone goes to a game jam. It's just... It requires student living again, which was the worst part. I was like, I'm in the middle of summer and I've gone back to student living. Ugh.
Fun.
I lived off fucking microwave meals for 5 days because I couldn't bring any cooking stuff with me.
Lovely. Not so bad.
No, it made me try new things, like a toad in a hole in the oven. That was interesting. Like a ready meal toad in a hole.
What's an oven?
I don't know, mate. It's a magic heating instrument.
Is that some Doctor Who tool?
Yes.
I can't cook. I can't cook, so I don't try. I gave up. Basically, I did cooking at school and gave up.
I think rather than trying to mod Fallout 4, try just designing the thing. I don't know.
I must about the creation kit some more.
Yeah, just have fun, mate.
Basically, the problem I had was that there was no documentation at the time.
I think, as a person that clearly likes maths, being wannabe accountant, you'd be a good programmer as well, because programming is maths.
Oh, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be too good at that.
I don't know. Just need to learn it. It's a big wall to climb over, but once you climb over... I enjoy programming once I finally get over the fucking wall, and I fucking detest programming otherwise. I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. But if you actually force me to do it, if you force me to do it, I'm like, okay, this is alright.
This is fine. I'm quite okay with this.
Oh, I think we've run out of things to say, or have you got more stuff to bitch about?
I'm hungry. Lunch is calling me.
And George is on his way to build my new PC.
And I think my mum is calling me for things as well. So there we go. So, fun living at home. 25, and your mum still calls you for stuff.
Ryan!
No, she doesn't call me that.
I know, but I didn't know if you wanted your real name revealed on air.
I don't think I really care. I've taken my surname off my Steam profile anyway.
Okay.
Just in case. Yeah, thank you. Although it wasn't quite as shrill as that. She's trying to cause me to lose my hearing.
Yeah, mate. Yes, she is. So yes, this is the end of the first BS podcast live. It took no time out of my day, which is great.
Took an hour and a half out of mine.
I mean, yeah, it took an hour and a half out of mine too. Actually, yeah, hell, it's literally been an hour and a half. That is really good timing. Really. It
said started streaming 2 hours ago, though. I think it's wishful thinking.
No, I started streaming. It says on my end started streaming 1.5 hours ago. So.
No, 2 for me.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. It's probably because they've got all of the preview stuff probably sat there.
All that random bullshit.
Yeah, I was just talking about politics, I believe, at some point. So if you want to hear Brian saying classically UKIP things...
It's all there for you to listen. On the director's cut version. Which will sell you for £50. DLC.
Okay then, thank you for everyone for joining us. We've had a peak concurrent of 7 listeners.
7's better than 0.
And total viewing time has been 6 hours, mate. A total of 6 hours of us has been listened to in this 1.5 hours.
Oh god, I feel really sorry for that person.
So yes,
All those people.
Thank you for listening. Thank you, Vino31, who was assuming is a Brian friend.
Yes, it's Brian friend.
And thank you, Sci-Fi Toast, who I'm assuming is no one's friend.
No.
Name reveal hype.
He's a Tumblr reject.
Name reveal hype. Quite.
Yeah. But I'm very sorry for shouting you in Rocket League, okay? You hear it in public now. I'm very sorry, but I'm going to keep doing it.
Keep doing it, Brian. Just keep... I think we spoke about this in the previous section as well, so...
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing it.
He said that you suck or something and you're really fucking bad at the game. He just wished you'd stop playing it.
I wish I'd stop playing it.
So yes, thank you for watching.
Thank you. And goodbye.
It's been watching as well because it's a live stream and it's got a moving video that I paid £7 for.
You paid £7 for that.
I got an hour and a half out of it and maybe more later on. We never
To
know.
use a phrase,
another one sometime soon.
to use a phrase from London, you got bumped.
I got bunked.
Bumped.
To use another phrase from London, that's pucker, mate.
That's
I hate that phrase. I hate that phrase.
Yeah, so do I. It's not very good.
It reminds me of arseholes for some reason. Just pucker. So imagine what I imagine like is slang for asshole.
Oh god, now you put it in my head. Go away.
You see what I mean though? It fits, doesn't it?
No, it's thinking like pies. Pucker pies.
Oh,
They're
arsehole
brand.
pies, mate. Arsehole pies.
Oh my god's sake. Look around the edges. Whee!
Oh dear. Oh, we didn't read the news from BBC. I have to do this first.
Oh god.
We didn't have to do a funny story, even though I'm pretty sure we called that section.
We called that, so I'm not doing one.
No, we're not, but I just want to point out that the BBC reported that police are appealing for information about a chicken crossing the road.
So, if you've got any information, please contact some
Please
police
contact
force
East Markgate Police Department.
Yeah, contact them if you know about a chicken crossing the road.
Reports were 8:30 in the morning. A bird was giving passing motorists cause for concern. The chicken was traced by officers and taken to
What
the
was he
police station.
doing? Flipping him the bird?
The force is working to trace the bird's owner and appeal for any information about the incident.
Was he playing chicken with the traffic?
Social media reports that three uniformed officers were
Does he have his
chasing
pluck
a
in
chicken.
mind?
So
Do these chicken puns or anything for you?
Theresa May's Britain, everyone, where chickens can't walk freely down the street.
I can't clucking believe it.
We're all like caged hens, mate.
Oh, like what?
Caged hens.
Oh, thank you for that nugget.
I'll see you on the next Muck podcast.
That was awful.
Yes.
That was it. God's sake, you're just the worst.
We should get Dino on as a guest just for puns.
Oh no, don't. I can't do it with the puns. I can't do it. It's too much.
Okay. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please leave a dislike if you like this podcast, or a like if you dislike this podcast.
It's opposite day, so smash in those
And
dislikes.
if you've got this far, you've won 2 purples.
And you need to unsubscribe as well. Make sure you unsubscribe.
And then resubscribe.
Unfavorite.
Unfavorite, refavorite, unfavorite, refavorite, unsubscribe, resubscribe. Make sure you resubscribe. Dislike if you like if you dislike. That's the most oxymoron thing ever.
Yes, it's all a mess. We don't really know what we're doing. We're just sort of bumbling through
We're
this.
sort of bumbling to the end. So, yes, thank you for listening, and we will see you in 6 months' time.
So next week.
Not next week, because there won't be anything new to talk about next week. But maybe next month, or next 2 weeks, or something.
Or a year.
I'm going to play the outro music now, Brian.
Okay.
Bye, Brian.
Goodbye.
Bye, Brian.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Okay, you're not saying silent. Cool. Okay, it's